Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to do hands-on on the most useful commands in Linux as a DevOps engineer, because while working on the DevOps project we need to work on the terminal for writing the scripts, running, stopping services, starting services. So everything we need to do on the Linux terminal, and that's why it is very important to learn the Linux commands and how it works. So let's start. Here we will be covering all the commands which are which are being used on the daily basis. So let's start. Yeah, so you can see I have the Linux terminal here. I will just log into the user, EC2 user, because it's a default user for the Amazon Linux. I have provided the user and it is like logged in. The first command I used the clear command because my Linux terminal was full. I wanted it to be clear and I should be right from the top, so that's why first command I have used as a clear. Next one is pwd. It will show like what is my current working directory. The next one is cd/temp. So it is to use the change directory. If I want to go from one directory to another, then I can use cd. The next one is ls. It will list the content inside that particular directory. For example, if I am in temp, then if currently I am in temp, it will show me the list of the file and folder it has. So it has this many folders and one is Deepika. So I will go inside Deepika. Now again I'll do ls-l. So it will show me what are the files and folders available inside this folder. So let's recall pwd. It will show me like currently I am in temp and Deepika. Okay, next clear again. The next one is if I want to rename one file to the another name. For example, I have here file 1 and file 2. For example, I want to rename file 1 to file 3 and file 2 to file 4. For example, like move file 1 to file 3. It is like I am renaming file 1 to file 3. What is the command? Move command. And again moving file 2 to file 4. So I am moving file 2 to file 4. Now I should not have file 1 and file 2. Instead I will be having file 3 and file 4. Let's see, ls-l file 3 and file 4. Next, if I want to create any new file, I will do touch file 1. Now ls-l, I will be having file 1, 3 and 4. Next, touch. If I want to write anything inside this particular file, I will do vim file 1. So I will put insert mode. I will type something, okay, and then escape :wq exclamatory mark. So I am able to save this file and I have successfully written something inside this file. How I can check that? I will do cat file 1. So this is what I have written and it is showing like this. Now if I want to delete any file, I will simply do rm, that is remove file 1. It will simply delete the file. So these are the things we should keep in mind while working with the files and directories. Now again, if suppose these are the files and if I want to suppose this is a log file and I continuously want to see what is going on, what is getting written in this file, I will do tell -f and file 4 or file 3 or 4 anything. So it will like it will not come out, right? It is keep on writing since it is not writing anything in this file. But for example, the application is running and it is continuously writing something in the file. That file, the log file, you can do tel-f to see what are the current logs it is writing. Okay, the next one is head. Head also will, it is a type to get the top content of the file. You can give any specific number here. Also the tel and file, it will show from the bottom of the file what is exactly content. It is more useful when you have long content, like it is full of 1 2 3 4 5 pages you have in that file, and then if you want to only see the top of the content, then you'll use head. If you want to see only the bottom of the content, you can use tel. Similarly, we have less command and more command. I hope you are aware about that, and if not, this is your task to get and check these two commands, how we are getting, like how we are using it. Okay, next one is, for example, I want to check like from which user I have logged in, right? So I will check who am I. It means who is the current user. The current user is EC2 user. It may be Deepika, it may be your name, anything, any user, it may be any service name. So we need to check like what is the current user with the help of who am I. If I will type ID, it will give me the details of this particular user, like what is the UID of this, GID, group, what is the group, and whether it is a pseudo user or not. So we can check it. Like this one, if it belongs to the wheel, then definitely it's a pseudo user. Okay, the next one is, suppose we have some permissions, right? Like ls-l. Here you can see we have rwrr. So here it is like 4, it is like what is what is so it is like 777. It means the user is having complete permission, group is having the complete permission, read, write, and execute, and the other is also having the complete permission. That is 777. It is called 421. 4 is for write, 4 is for write, sorry, read, 2 for write, and 1 for execute. So if you'll combine this 3 rwx, it will be 7. So for each component it will be 7 7 7 sorry, 7 7 and 7. So 4 to 1. So similarly you can play around with the permissions thing. Like suppose you want to change, you can give chmod 600 and then file 3. Okay, so now if we'll see 600, it means, see, this is a difference here, it became 0 and 0. It means read permission are gone. Okay, and it was 6 because 4 and 2. So 600 means the user should have only read and write access, and no execution permission. For group also no, and others also no. So 600. Likewise you can give chmod 777. It means everyone has every permission. So file 3, it now if we'll check, it will be like it will be like 777, right? So read, write, execute, read, write, execute, and read, write, execute. So these are the permissions thing you should know. Now if you want to change this user and this group, so you will use chown permissions, sorry, chown command. So chown is for the change ownership, and you can change this ownership. Like if you want EC2 user, okay, but you want this EC2 user and column, and you want something else with this, so you can give this. Since I don't have any other user, that's why I'm not giving it, but yeah, chown is the command to change the ownership and user and group of the file and directories. The next one is, you know, groups. You can check with the group command. Groups. Okay, so it will show you like this is a EC2 user and it belongs to this particular groups. Okay, so this user belongs to this many ADM, wheel and systemd journal. These groups it belongs to, so you can check like this. Now next thing is, since we have learned like how we are managing file and directories and how we are working with the permissions and this thing, so now let's move ahead with how we are managing the processes. So to check the processes, it's like ps. Okay, this is a process, ps hyphen aux. It will give the current running processes, what are the processes being run in the system. So these are the processes we can check. The other way to check it is, top command. If I'll do top, again it will showing me what are the processes it is getting run. Also it is showing me, see, these many tasks are there, 96 tasks, CPU. Okay, this is CPU, this is memory, and this is swap, and what is the uptime of this server, and also how many users are there, what is the load. So everything you can check here. Next one is, if you want something interactive, then you can do htop. Okay, but since it is not installed, you need to install it. If it is not installed, it will give you. So yeah, this is also a learning. If you are running few commands but it is showing like command not found, it means that package is not available in the server. First you need to install that in the server and then you can proceed ahead. df-h df-h will show you about the disk and storage. Okay, it will show you about like how much space is getting used by this slash dev slash is using 20%, and it is used 1.6 GB and available is 6.5 GB. So total is 8 GB apart, and out of that 6.5 GB is available. So like that you can check with the help of df-h. Now if you want to check particular suppose how much space is this folder taking, so you can check du-sh star. It means like it will give, okay, all these files are this one, like file 3 is of 4 KB and file 4 is also 4 KB. It is, since it's basic one, that's why it is not taking much space, but in the real world we are having heavy files and folders, and it sometimes it goes in the GB as well. So du-sh star, if you'll do, it will show like file wise, and if you want to check particular like how much is this Deepika folder is there, then you just need to come out and do du-sh and Deepika. So it will show like this folder itself is 8K, but in real time it will be in GB. Okay, next one is free-m. You know the swap concept, or in your study you have been heard about the virtual space. So this is the thing. If you want to check something related to the memory, then you will do free-m. It will show you what is the memory size, what is being used, what is free, and what is the swap. So if you want to check something related to memory, you can give free-m, or free hyphen G also will work. Let me check, capital or small. Okay, it might be the small one. Yeah, so this will also give you, but the difference would be in the this one, like megabyte and gigabyte, like that. The next one is if you want, for example, I have shown you multiple this one, right, processes. Suppose you want to kill any particular process, then you will use the kill command. How you'll use, for example, suppose you have you have done top command and you want to kill this particular process, so you will check its PID. PID is 5, right? So you will just check it PID, and now you will do kill -9 PID, not PID actually, but 5. Okay, so here you will actually give the value of the PID. I am not going to kill that process because that process is system process and we might face some issue in the server. That's why I'm not killing it. But yeah, to kill any process or shut down any process, you can directly see kill -9 and the PID of that process. The next one is, for example, if we want to check whether that particular site is up and running, that server is up and running, so how we will check? We will ping it. Ping, for example, ping -c, okay, 4, okay, and google.com. So it will, check for the 4 replies. See, it has checked for the 4 replies. But if we want to check continuous, like we don't want only 4, so you give ping and google.com. It will keep on printing, 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 printing. So likewise, you can check the connectivity things, like, okay, if you want to check if particular service is up or running, like website is up and running, server is up and running, that time you can use this one. The next one is, for example, you have something like google.com, okay, and you have this http, you have this, http kind of uh, URL, right? So for that, what you'll do, you'll do curl hyphen I, you'll do curl hyphen I and paste www.google.com. So it will, what actually it is doing is, similarly you are writing in your address bar google.com, right, and the page is coming, the page is rendering from the web. So if you want any index page or something to render on your terminal, then you can use curl hyphen I. This is to check whether this particular service is giving the response or not. Like, you should know. And how you are checking here, we are actually checking the 200 response. So somewhere it should be, yeah, so 200 means a success response. So in your application, you can check whether this application is giving a success response or not. So yeah, the next one is, wget. For example, curl is used to render the page and check the status, like 200 or 400, 500, what is exactly the status code of that http request. But if you want to download something in your server, you will use wget command. With the wget, you can actually download, the thing. For that, you need to provide here the complete URL. Like, for example, if you want to download any package tar or anything from the internet, it should be from the internet, then that particular URL you will put here wget, and that, so it will start downloading, and your thing will be downloaded here because you are here. So in the temp, that package will get download. The next one is, suppose you want to check the IP related thing, then IP A, it will give you the IP of your server, and this is a loopback, so you can ignore it, and this will be always there in all the servers. But here it's the IP of your server. You can also check it with if config. So this is also the command to check IP related thing. So if someone is asking you what is the IP of your server, you can check it with the help of if config. The next one is, copy. We have already seen, like if we want to copy the content of one file to another, we can use cp command. But what if we want to copy one file here to the remote server? Like, file is here, but we want to make sure like this file should be available in the remote server. So for that, we will be using scp. So scp command and rsync command are used to copy the files from your server to the remote server, or like vice versa from the remote server to this local server. There is few syntax, you can go through it. Then the next one is, or I can tell you like what exactly is this syntax. So scp, what file you want to copy. So scp file 2 I have or not, let me check. I should go inside Deepika because there I have files. So scp file 3 I have, right? This file I need to copy to the remote server. Suppose I have one more server. Right now I have only one server, that's why I was not showing it. But suppose if I have one more server and I want to copy it, so what I'll do, okay, scp this file, then I'll do like what is the user. So the username will be suppose ec2 user. There also it's a ec2 user at the rate the ip of that server. What is the ip? And just now we checked like how to check the ip. So ip of the server and where we want to copy. So we want to copy in the /temp. This is the path and the details of the remote server, not your server, because you are already sitting inside your server. Now you want to copy this file to this particular path. So directly we are giving path, right? But how it will get to know like, okay, where is this path? So we will give this is the ip, but how he will go into that? Using this user. So that's why user at the rate ip and the path. So likewise you can copy it to the remote server. We are going to use it. Actually it is just a fundamental video, because I'm going to do most of the practical things, and for that I'm just quickly revising the concept, so that in case you don't understand what it is, you can come back to this video and check why I used that particular command. Now let's move ahead, and suppose if I want to install anything, any new package. So it will depend like what kind of flavor I am using, whether it's a ubuntu or it's a CentOS, linux, red hat. So based on that we have different package manager. So for example, for Amazon Linux it's a yum, and for Ubuntu it's apt. For other thing we have DNF and something like that. So for this it's yum. So whenever I want to install anything, I'll use sudo yum and the package name install. And suppose I want to install telnet, so I'll do telnet. So it will start. Now you must see like what it is, like why it is using sudo means since we are using the ec2 user and we are running the yum install, that is a privileged command, right? It should be like it should be used as a root user, not the normal user. So since this user has a sudo access, that's why I'm doing it using sudo. Now it is asking me to confirm. I'll press yeah, yes, and it is it has already, if you can see, it has already been installed. Okay, now the size of the file is too much to copy or remove or view or transfer. So for that matter we should always compress the file. It maintain its security as well. So for that we have some file and directory compression thing. For that we will be using tar command. How we can do that is, let me just come out from here. For coming out one level up, we are doing cd dot dot, and let me see, tar hyphen, okay, compress c cvzf, okay, then Deepika, okay, and dot tar and Deepika. So it means, what does it mean? It means this folder, Deepika folder, this is the Deepika folder. I need to compress it using tar. This is the flag cvzf, and what is the final folder name I want? Deepika dot tar. I can also give xyz.tar, doesn't matter, but I am just giving the same name. So this is the command, and once I'll run, what it will do, I will show you what it did. ls-l. So what it is that what it did is it has created one tar folder, and now you can see, like, this one is the compressed one and this is a normal folder. Both are having the same content, but this one is compressed. Now if I want to uncompress it, what I'll do is I'll do tar hyphen, before we run cvzf, now we will run xvzf, and then Deepika dot tar. Since I'm in the wrong path, I should first get into no, I am in the correct path actually, my mistake. Yeah, I'm in the correct path. Okay. uh, tar hyphen xvzf, Deepika dot tar, ls hyphen l. Okay, so again what it did is it again made it as normal one. So likewise we can do, or if it is not clear to you, what we can do is we'll just remove it, rm-rf, and the picker, this folder we will remove it. Now what I'll do is deepika.tar is there, right? So tar hyphen xvzf, deepika.tar. Now you see we have already deleted this one, right? But again it came. Why? Because I have again like with the tar I have created the normal one, like untarred it. Okay, I hope it is clear till now. The next one is zip command. This is also the same. Here like what we can do is zip, and what is the tar? Again that tar ball we are compressing it, like the tar, particular tar is again we are getting compressed. So Deepika dot tar. Once you will do this, see what it happened. It happened like the tar is now again compressed to zz. Okay, now if you want to untar and unzip it, so what you can do is gunzip. I think it is okay, it is there, gunzip, and you can give Deepika dot tar dot zz. Now if you'll see here it is there. Now that zip that dot zz is not there, and it gave us the tar, and again the tar we can again untar it as we have done earlier. Now the next one is, for example, we have here two files, right? And in this file let me make some changes. I am file 4, and here I will mention like insert, this is the quick hands-on on Linux important commands. Now we are happy to see so many live commands, right? And now I have made the changes in this file, right, as you have seen. Now what I'll do is, suppose I want to grab that particular word. Okay, I don't want to see this complete file because might be it is having 5,000 of line of code. How I'll do it? So what I'll do is, suppose I don't want to see each and everything, right? I just want to see whether this particular word is there in this file or not. So when we are using this thing, suppose the log file is there and we want to see, okay, we are getting this particular error or not, or this particular thread is there or not, this process is being called or not, or something like that. So if we have particular keyword and I want to check like whether this keyword is there or not, I can use it like grep. Okay, so we'll do grep DevOps. Okay, DevOps and the file name. So it's not there. Again, if I will do happy, okay, it is also not there. Let me check what is the mistake I'm making. So cat file 4. Okay, okay, I think I was checking in file 3. Sorry, I was checking in file 3, but I have made in the file 4. Got it. So let me just rerun that. DevOps, sorry, file 4, not there. Okay, and happy file 4. Okay, see, it has given me the line which contains happy. So if you want to check this particular word in that particular file, you can use grep, and there are different variations to it. You can just check it out, like find /var and name should be .log. It should give me like what are the files available with the extension .log. So if you want to search anything, like if you want to search particular file or the files which have this particular extension, then you can go ahead and use the find command. Definitely it has different switches and variations. So yeah, you can try it out. Next one is SCD and awk command. So SCD is like, for example, we are inside this Typica folder, we have file 3. Okay, and now not sorry, we have file 3. Now if you want to see, like you want to replace this text or contains with some other word, so you can run set command. How you will do it? You will do sed, this is the editor. Okay, and you need to replace this one, okay, with some word like this. Okay, now what you'll do is you will say like, hey, replace this right, contains to have where file 3. Now you see have, before it was content and now it came as have. So this is used to replace a particular word in that particular file. So set command is there. Now how much commands we have already run. If you want to check this, what you can do is you can run the history command. Clear, we have run so many times the clear command. So what you can do is history. See, these are all the commands we have used till now. So if you want to check the history, you can do that, right? Echo command is there. A few more commands are there. Suppose you have you want to set particular variable, for example export, and export, the variable name is my variable and its name is Linux command, right? So I have exported this, and now if I want to see the value of this variable, what I'll do is echo dollar of my var. it will give me the value of this. So if you are dealing with setting up the variable and getting the value of the variable, in that case you will be using echo and dollar thing. Okay, such. So systemctl status sssd dot service. See, so I want to check like SSHD service is running or not. So I have done systemctl status and the service name. So likewise, you can check the status of any service which is present in this server. Any service, it means it should be present here, and you can check the status. If it is running, it will show green, enabled and running, but active. But if it is not running, suppose if it is not running, then what it will do is status, or you can do stop, or you can do start. So likewise you can manage and change, play with the services. So yeah, that's it from this video. I hope all these commands and it was a quick revision, because I'm going to do the hands-on of Linux, Ansible, Git, and all the DevOps projects are coming up. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Bye.